So I got this download that I don't know who needs to hear this, but basically what it comes down to is like God, everything that you have endured in your life, anything that you have experienced has brought you to this present moment. It has brought you to a place of knowing your inner strength, right? What you can and can't um it's like you have a new mindset when it comes to obstacles, challenges, and it has also altered your view about life, right? And those around you who portray themselves in a certain light, but it's really not. It's like a facade, you know what I mean? And sometimes when we look at other situations or maybe friendships and things like that, we think that we want that for ourselves, right? But every experience that you've had or paths that you cross with these people, it's all to teach you a lesson, right? Some lessons you had to learn self-worth, self-love, right? Also, these people were put in your path to actually teach you the lesson of forgiveness, realizing that people make mistakes, right? But ultimately it helps you to also change your viewpoint when it comes to the light and the darkness within that we each have to face. Okay. um Unfortunately, sometimes hurt people hurt others, but what God wants you to do is look at it from a standpoint like, okay, this person did this, but would I be the person that I am today, or know the things that I know today in this present moment if it wasn't for that situation or that person? So it's like coming to a place of gratitude for that situation and then releasing it with love. You know what I mean? Going within and just I'm hearing searching for the silver lining in the situation in your life. What did it open you up to? What did it how did it expand your view of life and yourself? Okay. And now you're able to set strong boundaries, right? Stronger boundaries than you have before. And you're learning, to grow, heal, evolve, and also how to protect your peace. Okay. When we talk about timelines, what I want you to know is that we are all here on this 3D realm, but we are not living on same timelines. Okay. You could be on a higher timeline. Let's say you experience having children. Okay, there's a whole group of people that are actually barely becoming parents, and you might be a little older and have already experienced all that. Okay. um so we're on different timelines, so therefore you are going to cross paths with people who are unhealed or who have a stronger uh it's like they're consumed by their south node, okay, the shadow side. um And this is a phase that everyone has to go through in order to come into the light. Okay. So God wants you to know that everything that you've endured, it's because He wanted you to come to a place of gratitude for what you do have. Okay. At this present moment, because sometimes things outside of you are uncontrollable, right? But what you can control is your ability to pause and think logically before making a decision, before allowing people in your life. You know what I mean? Learning how to say no, learning how to say, you know what, this is what I want and this is what I don't want. This is what I'm willing to accept and this is what I'm not willing to accept, right? And it shows the universe, it shows God that we are that you are using um these lessons as stepping stones. Okay. And ultimately what it's going to do is it's going to raise your vibration, and in raising your vibration, you're going to start to elevate you. It's not that you think you're better than anybody, it's just that you have faced the darkness within yourself as well, and you're learning how to come to a place of balance. finding the peace within yourself is also key right now. Um, so for you guys who are on the healing journey, this full moon, I want you to use that energy to release. Okay, I want you to learn how to release control. Okay, release the hurt, release the pain. Use this full moon energy to let go. Say it out loud. I release all negativity. I release all heartbreak. I release hurt. I release those people who I've been trying to hold on to, connections that no longer serve me. I release them with love and forgiveness and gratitude. Okay, release. I want you to use this full moon energy, guys. It's going to be super strong, and you have the ability right now to let go. Okay, a lot of the times what we need to realize is that we're not in control. God is in control. Okay, you'll know if this is your message. You'll know if this resonates with you. Now, if you're not on a healing journey or this doesn't resonate, then this message is not for you. Okay, just keep scrolling. But I'm saying for those of you who have gone through the awakening and have gone through the dark night of the soul, we all know the truth that it's not easy. You know what I mean? It's like a test of your will, right? Do you have the will and the strength to push through those dark times, to push through the depression, to push through being in isolation? Because unfortunately, when you go through that spiritual awakening, not everybody's going to go with you because they're on different timelines. They're living on their timeline to learn their lessons, and their lessons are not always going to be your lessons, right? Because not everybody went through a hard childhood. Not everybody faced abandonment issues when they were children, or have a mother father wound. And so those of you who are taking the time to heal, that's why you're being blessed for actually going within and healing the traumas. Okay, and for altering karma in your favor. It's like you're working, everything that you do is bringing more balance, and it's actually balancing the karmic scales in your life, okay, for your particular situation. So therefore, if you've gone through sadness, depression, you've been poverty, things like that as a child, it's like the wheel of fortune is turning in your favor. And you're learning how to see your situation from a higher perspective, from a more healed standpoint. Like, you know what? I did experience this and that. I didn't pay attention to the red flags, but guess what? Now you have that knowledge, you have that inner wisdom that you're going to apply, right? So God wants to see how you're going to handle certain situations. So once you go through the dark night of the soul and you come out on the other side, you will have different tests, okay? But ultimately, having the connection to the divine and making sure that God is the cornerstone in your life, the foundation in which your faith is built, is going to ensure that you are able to enjoy this life in this 3D realm, okay? And just know that everything that you're going through that has brought you to this moment is because God wanted to see what you would do. Would you fold? All right, because when you die, when you pass from this world, if your heart is still filled with all that hatred and anger and sadness, and you do not forgive, you cannot ascend when you pass. Okay, so it's important for your heart to be light as a feather. Okay, so when you pass, you could ascend and be with God. All right, so ultimately, the goal is to master yourself. Not only do that, but also find forgiveness and forgive those who have come against you and who try to attack you from an unhealed place, okay? Because we have all been there, all right? But ultimately, God is proud. God is proud of a lot of us for fighting the good fight.